I was in a coaching session this morning and somebody asked me, what do I think of the idea of offering site reviews or a site audit as the main call to action on our homepage to get more leads from our website? And it hit me because I've been running our agency for 20 years. And I don't really talk too much about the 20 years thing because it makes me feel kind of old, but it's important to note that I'm not just pulling ideas out of the air. It's like, this is stuff that we went through and experienced, and we tripled our revenue when we stopped offering site reviews as the main call to action on our website. And I think there's 3 reasons why, but I want to go into it in some detail because not only does it sort of underscore why a site review is a bad offer to generate leads for your business, but there's also a mindset shift that you can apply to basically all of your marketing and help you get better results in your entire business. But here's the 3 reasons why a site review is a poor converting offer as the main call to action for your website. The first reason is it's a very me-centered offer. And it's such a sneaky reason because it doesn't feel me-centered. It feels generous, right? It's like, well, you've spent all this time getting good at web design and marketing. And what you're saying is, if you click this button and schedule a time to talk with me, I will talk with you for up to an hour for free, just giving you free advice that took me a long time to learn. And so therefore it seems very helpful and it's free. So it seems very generous and therefore it must be client focused. But it's not. It's me focused. And here's why. Because like on our website, and maybe on your website too, like check your site and see if you say the same sort of stuff. But we would say something like, it doesn't matter if you're a small business, a nonprofit, e-commerce, whatever, we can help anybody, click here and schedule a call. So what I'm actually saying is it doesn't matter who you are. Wouldn't it be great if you could talk to me? This is all of the stuff that I know, and this is what it's going to be like when you're working with me, right? So it's a very me-centered offer, and that's why it's so low converting. It's like me-centered offers don't convert very well. They don't resonate with clients. So give me a thumbs up if that makes sense, because I really like it when I see the thumbs up. Like it'll give me a little notification on my phone sometimes when people do the like, and then I like start smiling and so it makes me feel good. So, so thank you for doing that. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2, it doesn't tap into the client's desired result. Like a site review is not something that people want. Like nobody is staying awake at night fretting over the fact that they haven't gotten a site review yet. You know what I mean? So it's like offering a site review is not tapping into their desired result. And at one point we were actually charging for the site review. Like we would charge just a little bit for the site review because I thought, well, if we had a little bit of a price tag on it, that would kind of weed out people that just wanted to squeeze us for free information. It might attract more serious clients that might even be interested in kind of working with us kind of on a retainer basis in the future as well. But here's what that's actually saying. What that actually is saying is, hey, why don't you pay us a little bit now so that we can tell you how much more you need to pay us later? And even if you were to do all of that, there's really no guarantee that you're going to get the results you want because, we work with everybody. We might not have ever worked with anybody quite like your business or whatever. So that's not tapping into the desired result, which is another reason why a site review tends not to convert very well. But there's also a third reason, and this is probably the biggest of the 3, which is, and this is one of the things we were talking a few seconds ago about how this mindset shift fundamentally changed the way that we onboard clients. And here's what it is. We broke the client onboarding process up into 2 steps. And all we want the website to do now is generate the leads. Like it's not selling anything. The website doesn't sell anything. There's no pricing on the website. There's no packages on the website. It's not selling anything. It's just generating leads. And then once I get the call, then once people are on the call with me, then I close the sale on the phone. So there's a couple of things that are going on behind the scenes here. Thing number 1 is I don't want someone to have to feel like they have to have buying intent in order to click the call to action, especially if it's going to be something expensive, because it's really hard. Like say you want to sell something that's like $10,000. It's like very challenging to get someone to build up $10,000 worth of buying intent before they're ready to schedule that call with you. And so that means you just don't get that many calls. On the other hand, it's pretty easy to get people to call you if you can build curiosity intent. So like make people want something and want to learn more about it, and then maybe even get something valuable on the call itself, even if they don't hire you for anything. So that's much easier to do on the website. And then once they're on the call with you, then you can figure out if it's a good fit, and if so, then you can offer them whatever it is you think is the right fit for them. But there's a couple of other things going on here. Like you might think, well, what does it look like to build a website that doesn't require buying intent, but only requires curiosity intent to take the call to action? Well, there's a couple of things. One thing is you want to have a headline that talks about what the thing is that you're even offering. So you might want to say something like done for you lead generation for local businesses. So now you have the outcome, you've got the target market, which is local businesses. So you kind of dialed in the audience, and then you talk a little bit about why it works. Why it works. Not necessarily the services that you offer, but the reason why your platform delivers the result that they actually want. Like you can't even give something away for free if people don't know why it works. Do you ever watch these videos on YouTube where it's like somebody's trying to give away like a free laptop at a college or something like that, and like people are like reluctant to even take the free thing until they're like, well, why are you doing this? It's like you can't even give away something for free if people don't know why. So like the main thrust behind the homepage is not the site review, but to tell people why your offer is effective. And then if you have some social proof that you can add, like maybe you've done this for some other clients as well, and they've gotten some great results. And then when you offer the call to action, you give a couple of other benefits of the call itself. Like if they call you, then they'll learn some really cool lead generation ideas and some ways to kind of get more traffic or whatever. Even if they don't hire you, they'll come away with some wins from the call itself. And so then they'll click the button to call you, right? And then once they're on the call, then you can find out whether or not it's going to be a good fit to put them in one of your solutions. Right, so it's a two-step close. Like I go into a ton of detail in Blue Theory. We have a whole lead generation course on that includes the two-step close. So I'll put a link in the description for that. But the first step is not what most people think. The first step, what most people seem to think, is that the first step is the discovery phase where you're trying to talk to the client, discover what they want, so that you can create a custom solution that meets their needs. But that's not the first step of the two-step close. The first step of the way that we do it, and this is again, when we tripled our revenue by not doing site reviews, this is what we did instead. The first call is not to figure out what the client needs so that you can build a custom solution for them. The first call is to figure out if the client is a good fit for the solution you already have, right? So like, it could be the case that the client got so excited by all the other things that you said that they called you, but for whatever reason, it's not going to be the right fit for your product, in which case you wouldn't put them into the solution. But more likely than not, all of the information that you have in your website is pre-qualifying the client. So then when they get on the phone, you can ask some questions to verify that they are going to be a good fit for the solution you already have. And then you can actually offer them the solution. So like you're actually closing the sale on the phone, whereas the website is simply generating the calls. So when you can break it up into those two steps, that changed everything for us. And that was really the formula that we continue to use to this day to triple the revenue, that initially tripled the revenue to our business. So if you want a little bit more information on how to actually sell websites to local businesses, check out this link over here, this new video over here, because I'll show you what we do to sell websites to local businesses, even if they already have a website. So check that out. I'll see you right there.